This is Johnston in Activity 8-5, Configuring and Testing a GPO. So we're going to go to Tools, and we're going to go to Active Directory, Users and Computers. And in Active Directory, Users and Computers, we're going to go to our Computers folder right here, under our domain. And we're going to do 4.10.1.8 right there. And then we're going to drag this to our test OU3. So right down here. And they're going to warn us about it, and we're going to click yes. And then we're going to open our Group Policy Management console. So go back to our Tools, and right here, Group Policy Management. And then inside of here, we're going to expand we'll just go ahead and expand our test OU3. And we're going to right click GPO3, go to Edit, let's try that again, go to Edit, and right here where it says Computer Configuration, double click that, Policies, Windows Settings, we're going to have Security Settings. Then we have Local Policies and User Rights Assignment. Allow login locally is what we're looking for right now. And we're going to go to Properties on that. And this one is not defined. And we're going to define it, and we're going to add users. And we're going to click Browse right here. Administrators with an S. Don't forget the S on there. And click OK after you do check names. And then we're going to click OK. Click OK. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and log on to our Windows 8. We're going to go on as the administrator. And they want us to log on to the domain as the administrator. So we're going to go back here, we're going to go to Other User, and we're going to do 410 Server 2012 Administrator. And we'll put our password in. And it's just going to be setting this up. And now once it's all set up, we're going to be going right here to Desktop. And then we're going to right click our Start button. Go to Run. Type in SCCPOL.MSC. And click OK. This is our local security policy, and here we want to expand local policies, user rights assignment, alright, then you're going to click the user rights assignment. Of course, in here we're going to be looking for allow logon locally, which is right there. I'll expand this a little bit. Mine hasn't completely updated yet, so what we're going to do So we're going to go ahead and do our command prompt as the admin, and we're going to do gp update /force. Which you'll have to do that a lot on Windows servers, just because it can take up to 90 minutes for things to update sometimes. Alright. Now we're going to open up the allow logon locally. And we're going to click administrators in here. So I did the command and waited a few minutes for the GP update /force, and then from there I closed out of my security policy.msc, and then I'm just reopening it, and we'll see that it's all updated. So in here, notice that it says just administrators right here. And then what we want to do is we're going to double click this, and you'll notice that once everything's up to date, it won't let us change anything. So that does take a few minutes to do. The GP update really helps make that happen a lot quicker, but you do have to close out of your local security policy quickly. And once you close out of it and reopen it, it'll show it as working correctly right there. Now we're going to go ahead and log off of our Windows 8 console here. And we're going to sign in as our test user under the domain. And I should leave that up because when you try to sign in, we told it so it can't. So basically that's the error message, because we told it can't log in locally. So what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to go back to our server 1. And in here, we could change those settings again. So we basically have to go back in here to our computer configuration, policies, Windows settings, security settings, local policies, user rights assignment, and then here log on locally. So if we take that off now, then we can do it. So we're gonna uncheck mark that there, and then we just click OK right here. So what we have to do is, it might take 90 minutes sometimes because we can't really do the GP update /force. At least not on the Windows 8 machine. So our next step would be either to wait 90 minutes or just keep trying here and there and see if it'll let us log in through the Windows 8. And another way to override that sometimes is to restart your machine. So we're going to restart a Windows 8 machine here. Alright, so let's go ahead and We're going to log on as a test user again. And since we restart it, hopefully it'll let us get in here, because it'll reset its policies. There we go, so it's going to let us in. So here we go, we're able to log in. And that last part, we did it through the domain. So this time we're going to be doing our group policy on the local machine here. So we're going to right click right here in the start button, go to admin, and now we're going to have to actually do our admin credentials. Right now we're going to type in seccbol.msc. Now we have our local policies, user rights assignment, allow to log on locally, and everything in here, see, it used to say just administrators, so now we have our local, basically our local machine can control that now, since the domain's not overriding it. And then when you're all done, go ahead and unlink our GP03 from test OU3. So that's right here under server 1. And just make sure it's not in here. So basically this doesn't show up. And when that's unlinked, then you're all done.